Hi all. Um, I'm. I think I'm having a moment after my last video. It's got me all hyped up, and not hyped up. Just a number of things actually. With my recent diagnosis, I'm finding it hard really today. With my diagnosis of autism. It really is like hard. A lot of things have got on top of me recently this week, as I mentioned in the previous video. I've mentioned some stuff about what's getting me all hyped. Not hyped, I'm not like, I don't mean hyped, I mean like jarred, like annoyed. You know, like it's frustrating me, and I think that's where it stems from the mess outside my shed, you know, and I'm just having a moment, and then I got thinking, being late diagnosed as an adult with ASD, autism, Asperger's, whatever you want to bloody call it, right? I feel like there's no support. I really do feel like there's no support. You know, I don't keep in contact with blood relatives, my mother, my father, my auntie, my paternal grandparents, which is sad really, because there was an incident back in 2012, which I won't delve into too much, but I think that incident could have been avoided if I was diagnosed at a young age. You know, I could have learned how to think logically, or think in a better way, and cope in a better way before it got to that stage where I was arrested by the police. You know, sorry, I'm stimming at the moment. I'm trying to peel off a sticker off my freezer. That's where you all are at the moment. Yeah, I mean, this week has been hard. This week's been hard, really. Especially with now, like me thinking of my late diagnosis, from my assessment back in May. I got diagnosed on the 30th of May with autism. Yes, finally got it. Yes, that was annoying. You know, some days I cope very well, I embrace it. Some days like this, it's just like, wow, I autistic. And I've met people who have, I mean, like, yes, people say to me, you've been autistic all your life. Yes, I bloody know that, right? What I can't wrap my head around is that I've never met another person who's been late diagnosed in their 30s or 20s with autism or Asperger's, ASD, whatever you want to call it. My friend, Freddie, very good chap he is. He's autistic, and he got diagnosed at a young age, so I sometimes compare myself to him, and obviously we're not all the same. You know, we're not all the same. But when I mean what I mean is, when I compare myself to him, I mean he got diagnosed at a young age and I got diagnosed in my early 30s. You know, and I try to cope as well as he does. You know, that's what I mean about that. But I mean, I don't know whether it's a cultural thing that my parents didn't get me diagnosed at a young age. I don't know whether it was because it was shameful within the culture, or the fact they was in denial that their son had learning difficulties. I remember that day when I got assessed with learning difficulties, and I think the school tried to help. I remember having help at school, having one-to-one learning. I know I couldn't write the letter K properly, or couldn't say asked properly. I used to say asked, you know, so I think there was a bit of speech problem. I know, shh, sassy, shh. So that was my dog. I know that I walked late. My mother had said that to my wife. I walked late, behind on that, near enough touching 2 years. And that's a part of autism apparently. Walking late, developing late. Bed, sassy bed. Yeah, sorry. I think that is definitely part of assessment. That is part of the diagnosis. My psychiatric person in my assessment asked me, did I ever have speech problems, or did I walk late? And I said, yeah, I walk late. You know, my mother had said to my wife that I walked late, near enough touching 2 years, and he went, interesting. But I always felt that I knew I was different. I knew I was different to my Caucasian peers because of the colour of my skin. But then when it come to like the Sri Lankan kids who are born here like myself, who were born in the UK like myself, I always felt different. And I mentioned this, there's this one time I recall that there was a young boy. I was staying at my grandparents' one winter, and there was another boy, another family that come over, and he was 2 years younger than me, so we were kind of into the same things, but I always was the weird child who took it a little bit too far, who maybe said the most inappropriate thing, done the most inappropriate things. So I've always felt that I was odd. Now looking back to it, I felt like I was an odd child. I always kept myself to myself. Never really had any interest in making friends. I also felt that my mother wrapped me up in cotton wool quite tight. And I feel like I have lost out on a lot of life experiences, say, to my friend Freddie, who is also a high functioning autistic person, dude, thing, however you want to refer. And I kind of envy that. I really do. And my Facebook status that I just put up about, I'm easily found on Facebook, saying about not enough support as an adult, late adult, diagnosed autistic, and that something needs to be done. I feel like something needs to be done about it. Like, what I mean is something needs to be done, like something needs to be done in the UK, and funding is very low for adults. If you can't get the funding from your GP, where are you going to get it? Where are you going to get the funding? I'm lucky that I got the funding and I got an autistic diagnosis at the end of it. The autistic group I'm in on Facebook, there was this guy, he couldn't get the funding. I think he was out in the US or UK, I think it was the UK. He had to raise the funds himself for an autistic diagnosis. That's not right. In my eyes, that is not right. I feel inside of me that is not right, because what if he's unemployed like myself? Where is he going to get the funds? Oh, hello mum, can I get £1,000 for my autistic? Who's going to part with £1,000? You know what I mean? I just don't understand it. Something really needs to be done about getting more support for people who suspect that they're autistic as an adult. There should be aftercare after the diagnosis of autism, because it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I have a non-verbal autistic son who hasn't been diagnosed yet. He's 3 years old. I got diagnosed because of him, because I thought I should do it for a barrel of laughs. Hey, I'm autistic. 30th of May. My appointment was at 2:30 p.m. and I walked out there at 3:45 with a diagnosis of ASD autism. And what worries me the most is that he's going to be an autistic adult. Even though he's non-verbal, he'll get minimal support. And that's kind of scary. Minimal support is still not good enough in my eyes. There should be a level of high standard support, and I think we really, really, really to do something about it, you know, and it's a struggle. I mean, I've been pushed from pillar to post from different organisations in the UK, especially my local group, in the local area. About 3 weeks ago, I rang a branch in Kent, in my local town, left a message, no reply. Great, do you know what I mean? Where's the love in that? Where's the human compassion in that? Where is the human compassion in that? It baffles me, the fact that someone could be in dire need of that support and you leave a message and no one gets back to you. Do you know what I mean? It really, really does baffle me. I mean, today is a bad day for me, you know. I mean, a lot of things have happened. Well, this is a bad week, to be honest with you. You know, I'm fired up. I really am fired up, because it just really annoys me. Do you know what? Like, I feel like since I've been diagnosed, I feel like I've been slung to the walls, and I had to fend them off with my little pointy stick. You know, just prodding at them. And don't get me wrong, I mean, like, tomorrow I'll probably feel alright, you know, have a good day. But I just can't get that out of my mindset right now, do you know what I mean? Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, I can't, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I feel a lot of it is like when I was growing up, especially in the Sri Lankan community, which I had minimal interactions with. They, well, in general, in the whole wider community, the Caucasian, whatever community, yeah, I'm not trying to get into a race debate. I feel growing up that I always was branded as the naughty child. No. No. You know, I'm autistic. I mean, a part of me wants to say it's cultural, but then a lot of it is palmed off for being a naughty child. I just don't understand, really. Well, I hope you like this rant. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for more videos like this, more videos of TikTok, more videos about my dog. I haven't really touched upon video games, which is my special interest. Also, I'm thinking about doing various comic characters as well. like describing the characters of the comic character and that. But yeah, so I think I'm going to sign out. Have a good night, and I'm going to grab something to eat. I'm hungry. Have a good one.